Wasserman-Schultz has meltdown as homicide detective just showed up with worst news ever. Break out the popcorn, folks, 'cause it just doesn't get any better than this. Reports are now surfacing that former Democrat Party Chair Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz has had to hire herself some criminal attorneys after what she has been implicated in. Apparently, the Jar Jar Binks of the political world has now threatened the chief of the U.S. Capitol Police with consequences for holding equipment that she says belongs to her in order to build a criminal case against a Pakistani staffer, Imran Awan, and his cohorts, which are suspected of massive cybersecurity breaches which involved the funneling of sensitive congressional data offsite to who knows where. All of these IT people were hired and protected by Blabbermouth herself. Awan was arrested last week as he attempted to flee the U.S. after wiring approximately $300,000 to his home country of Pakistan. His lawyer claims that the accusations of bank fraud are due to anti-Muslim bigotry brought on by President Donald Trump. What? An anonymous source in Congress who has direct knowledge of the case has now confirmed that the FBI has joined the Capitol Police criminal probe into serious, potentially illegal, violations on the House IT network by Imran and 3 of his relatives, who had access to the emails and files of the more than 24 House Democrats who employed them on a part-time basis. Schultz had a heated exchange with Capitol Police Chief during the last 30 minutes of her inquiry. DWS, I'd like to know how Capitol Police handle equipment that belongs to a member or staffer that's been lost in the Capitol complex and found or recovered by one of your officers. What happens? Chief, it's processed on a PD-81, which is a property record, and depending on the property, depending on how you can legitimately determine ownership, it's generally turned back over to the owner of a property. If it's part of an ongoing case, then there are other things that have to occur for that to happen. DWS, so if a member says there is equipment that has been lost, and you find it would be returned to the member? Chief, in a general sense, yes. You have to be able to positively identify the property and be able to establish ownership. DWS, if ownership is established. Chief, if it's part of an ongoing case, then there are additional things that need to be done. DWS, but if a member owns the equipment, and there is no ongoing case related to that member, then the equipment is supposed to be returned. Chief, in a general sense, yes. DWS, no, I mean in a specific sense. If the member loses the equipment, says they lose the equipment, and it is found by the Capitol Police, it is supposed to be returned. Chief, if ownership has been established, it will be returned. If it's subject to an ongoing investigation, there are additional things. DWS, okay, but not an ongoing investigation related to that member. If the equipment belongs to the member, it has been lost, they say it's been lost and it's been identified as that member's, then the Capitol Police are supposed to return it. Chief, I can't give a yes or no answer on that, because I know. DWS, it's a simple yes or no answer. If a member loses equipment and it is found by your staff and identified as that member's equipment and the member is not associated with any case, it is supposed to be returned. Yes or no? Chief, it depends on the circumstances. DWS, I don't understand how that is possible. Members' equipment is members' equipment. My understanding is that the Capitol Police is not able to confiscate members' equipment when the member is not under investigation. It is their equipment and it is supposed to be returned. Chief, I think there are extenuating circumstances in this case, and working through my counsel and the necessary personnel, if that in fact is the case, and with the permission of through the investigation, then we'll return the equipment. But until that happens we can't return the equipment. What is she so afraid the FBI and Capitol Police will find? Could there be information as to who was the DNC Wikipedia leaker and what they did to this person? Could all this maybe be linked to the mystery behind the strange Seth Rich murder which is still unresolved? Whatever it is, let's hope and pray this isn't just swept under the rug like every other crime the Clinton wing of the Democrat Party has committed. Please share if you want the Clinton wing of the Democrat Party investigated.